From four-wheeling adventures to an amazing food tour, we had an awesome time in Marrakech, but now it's off to the Sahara Desert for a 3-day tour, with the first stop being Ait Ben Haddou. This is part 1 of my Sahara tour. Good morning, I'm waking up. I'm so tired, but I'm waking up to go on a 2-night, 3-day tour to the Merzouga Desert. Just getting dressed to head out and explore. Let's go. Just walking to get to the meetup for the tour. I'm going to the Haddou station to meet up with the tour that's taking us to the Merzouga Desert and into the Sahara. After meeting everyone, it was time to hit the road.
Or for coffee, and then later we will stop in a village which is the most important, Ait Ben Haddou village, where you will have to visit the Casbah. And the Casbah, it's an old building who was built by groups of Berber families. And then from there we go directly to the panoramic, which is high in 2,260 meters high in the high Atlas from Marrakech. Then from there we go directly to the Argan Cooperative, if you would like to visit to see how they make argan oil. From the Argan Cooperative we go directly to the most important things you have today, which is in the village of Ait Ben Haddou. There you will have the local guide from the village who will go with you. The visit, it will take around 1 hour and a half.
I know I must be Moroccan because of my addiction to coffee, because our first stop was a cafe which had an awesome view, plus one of the best coffees. Wow, it is so windy right now, but we're just at our first stop heading towards the Merzouga Desert. But our first stop is just coffee and getting some snacks because people are hungry. We started early at 7:40 a.m. and now we're heading towards some other stops to check out some places like Ait Ben Haddou. And yeah, for now, just going to have some coffee, enjoy these beautiful views for a 30-minute stop. I'm so glad I took the 3-day tour to the Sahara because the drive from Marrakech to the Merzouga Desert is 12 hours long. That's why we make stops like this beautiful pass with a panoramic viewpoint. It was nice to get out of the car to get some fresh air because the road was windy and threw my stomach for a loop. Now let's get back on the bus because it is cold and windy. So we learned how argan oil was made from the fruit of the argan trees in Morocco, and we extracted the nuts, cracked them to reveal the kernels, and learned how they pressed them to get the oil out. Argan oil has many benefits, including protecting from sun damage, moisturizes your skin, and can even help to heal wounds. They gave me the easy job. How bad do you think I'm gonna break my finger? Have you figured it out? This place is pretty cool. We just took a stop at a cafe area that also has women who are creating argan oil. There was 3 women and they allowed me to crack, I think it was some sort of seeds with the nuts in it that they use to make the argan oil. And this is right along the way as we're heading to Ait Ben Haddou, and the views are absolutely amazing. If you can see behind me, I am in love with the landscape. This mountain has 3 different colors on it and just is very beautiful. And now we're gonna head off to the next and most anticipated stop of Ait Ben Haddou. Today we picked up a local Berber guy that was gonna give us a tour.
We're going to visit the village of Ait Ben Haddou, okay? So actually this is the new village, but after lunch we walk to visit the palace, the Casbah, okay? Very old caravan village, where before caravan they stop to make the trade in the old time, okay?
Since it had been a few hours since everybody ate, we stopped at the Oasis Hotel and Restaurant to have an amazing 3-course meal. As always, we started the meal with hubs, bread, and harira soup and Moroccan mint tea. And of course, I couldn't help myself but get the couscous with chicken, which was so yummy. And then to finish it, we had some healthy fruit for dessert. So we just finished lunch and we're going to head off with a local guide to head into Ait Ben Haddou. one of the most famous Berber villages and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I've been really looking forward to coming here. It's been like ages. I've like been waiting to come to Morocco, and this has been one of the top places that I've been excited to come see. But for now, I'm going to digest this food and go meet our guide. But let's go. It amazed me how our guide, who is a local Berber, knew so many languages, from English, French, Spanish, Moroccan Arabic, and Berber. I was glad to get a local guide so we could learn more about the history from somebody who grew up there.
This river, and then we go inside there, okay? So actually the old village, it's called Kasar, okay? Kasar ibn Haddou, because Kasar means the fortified Berber village, okay? In Morocco, Casbah means the big citadel which we have inside the village. For example, from here we can see these houses with the towers, okay? So this means the Casbah. And always inside the Kasar before were the important families, because here was Ben Haddou, he was the Pasha for all this region, okay? So Ben Haddou, he lived also in one of these houses with the tower, but same time, these Casbahs, it was like the caravanserai. Means when caravans, they come from South Desert, across the area. So some of these nomad caravans with the camels, they carrying things for trade. So they stop always inside this Casbah. Then they continued to cross to Atlas to get Medinas like Marrakech and Sahara. Why? Because Marrakech before it was the capital, and exactly same time when Marrakech was the capital, the people they say this village of Ibn Haddou Kasar, it was built. So that means from 11th century, like Almoravid dynasty, okay, same. But actually Ibn Haddou, about the oral traditions, people they see, of course, this village of Ibn Haddou, it exists and it was founded before Islam, many years ago before Islam, but it was not built like this near on the river and near on agriculture. Of course, the first tribe, they supposed to live in the high point, so it supposed to be big village up there, like built this new village here. Before here, not exist. Nobody live in this site, okay? All the people live in the villages like this, and they can like live in together for protections, okay? Just when Morocco was in French protections, still people they live in the old village like this, okay? So please, this is old Ibn Haddou, but please here in the front, this is the gate made by old movies. That's why here they shoot mini movies.
That's where I am walking, yep, on a riverbed, and guess where? Right in front of Ibn Haddou, the UNESCO World Heritage Site located in the high Atlas Mountains regions of Morocco. And I'm very excited to be here. The tour so far has been amazing. We woke up at 7:30 in the morning. We came for lunch at the Oasis restaurant with a beautiful view. And now we're about to come to the world famous Ibn Haddou. There used to be a lot of families living within this walled Casbah, but now they have moved over to this side of the river because it's just easier for kids to go to classes. There's a bridge now, but currently there's only 8 families living here, and it's basically used for a lot of movies. You may have seen Game of Thrones, Gladiator's been filmed here, and it's just one of those places that you must visit when you come to Morocco, and it is absolutely stunning. Straight from a movie, literally. I'm gonna try to not trip in the sand and catch up with the tour guide.
Actually, this technique is from 11th century, and the most old Kasar in Morocco, in the big doors, we still find this one from 500 years, 600, 800 years, and still people they use this in the old Berber village. Okay, so please, somewhere in the villages you will see this. So this is not a brush, the dent brush. Okay, that's actually the key. C'est la clé, key. And this is the lock, and of course people now this is open, but when people they want to lock, they just push inside, like this, okay? And we have to always to be sure if it's locked. Yeah, now it's of course it's locked. Why? Because everything's made with wood, so there's a little wood like this, small one. They get down inside, and with the key we push up, and then it's open.
Wow.
Okay? Wow. Before there is no metal, just people they just use stone and wood to do everything. Please, it's a lock, and this is the key, okay? So like
Thank you.
Of course now there is no water because when there is water falling from the mountains, next month, of course, we can find these canals too big. This is like a river, but handmade. We still have one canal. If you see on the other side, there is some water. Okay, very few.
How many tours do you lead per day right now, before and after COVID?
So before COVID, like 500 people every day. 500, 400. Now 100, 150 people. But it's good now.
It's picking up.
Yeah,
yeah, that's good.
But in Corona, everything was empty here.
Oh yeah.
Nobody here. The village inside is scary. It's like scary. You go inside and think you are alone in the life. Sometimes see anybody here.
Yeah.
Nobody here. Of course, the people from here they move a little bit to the north, to the mountains, because there they transhumance the animals, more plants.
There's more plants for them to.
They move from here to 60 kilometers or 80 kilometers to the north,
and
to the Atlas mountains. Here.
And do they come back now?
Of course, now they come back because tourists come back, and families again they come back.
Okay. Because
tourists is more better than
hard
life, easy money.
Easy money.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah. Ate all the food, and now we're heading on up. So right now we're just trekking to the top of Agafay Desert. They called this area Agafay, and this was the original area where people settled and came. Then people moved closer to the river with the walls, city around it, creating the Casbah. But this was the original settlement, and it is the top of the place. But yes, the views are amazing. The weather is equally just as awesome. October is the month to come to the High Atlas area in the Sahara because it is the most mild other than winter. But this is the most enjoyable in my opinion. Almost there. After we learned how some artisans made some of the products we see at the gift shops.
Tea, okay? Morocco whiskey, tea. Oh, yeah. And this is saffron. So it's only with two colors. Before people they use, they write some secret message. Okay? Why? Because we can see yellow, but fire it makes change. And Abdullah now he used indigo stone for the blue. Now he starts to make technique. You can see. All this one is made with same.
Using a glass and sunlight, he even made this piece of art.
But this one is only tea and saffron here.
So below is the Khaleesi Terrace, and if you watch Game of Thrones, they filmed some things over there. And now you can take an Instagram photo for 5 dirhams. Finally, it was time to bid Agafay adieu and head off because we had a few more hours drive till Tinghir. But first, we stopped at the Atlas Studios where they film many movies and shows. You can have an option to tour the studio tours, but we did not because we were running low on time to head out to Tinghir, where we would be spending the night in a hotel. We're just rolling up to our hotel pretty soon, and then we're gonna get dinner. And then I'm gonna relax and chill because this has been a long ride. But I think we're almost there. But for now, we're driving through another town. And after watching an amazing sunset from the van, I'm ready to get back outside and stretch and have another amazing dinner in Morocco. After check-in, we settled in our rooms before meeting for dinner. Welcome to Tinghir. We're here and we just checked into our hotel for the night. The group tour is going awesome. We went to Agafay Desert, got a local Berber guide that showed us around the UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now I'm just here getting settled, and then we'll have dinner at 8:30 p.m. at this hotel, which is actually surprising me because I came on a group tour. Sometimes they have shared accommodations depending on the people, but I'm the odd solo traveler out. So that means I get my own room, and I have a nice bathroom to myself and shower. I have a fridge, a closet. Then we also have the bedroom, which has a desk, a bed, air conditioning, which is definitely necessary in the desert. And the TV actually has movies in English. There's like Tom Cruise right there. But yeah, so tonight I'm just gonna relax here, get a great night's rest. Well, maybe. I'm going to the pool afterwards because I want to take a dip. But what I'm most excited about is tomorrow morning I'll be able to see the sunrise from my porch, which you can see. Well, it's hard to see because it's nighttime. There's the town of Tinghir in the distance, and the lights are all shining, and the moon's out all the way up there with the big star right next to it. I'm very excited for dinner. For now, I'm going to just get settled in and get dressed for dinner. Let's go. Like any meal, we were served with amazing Moroccan hospitality, hubs, couscous, grilled meats, and Moroccan salads. It just was awesome, especially after a 6.5-hour drive from Marrakech. Finally, it was time to hit the hay because tomorrow we were going to wake up bright and early to go visit a desert oasis, a gorge, as well as finally make it to the Sahara. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're aware when the next video is launched. Also, if you enjoy this and you want to support the channel, I just launched a Patreon account and would appreciate your support over there. Be sure to check out the exclusive offers linked down below.